So, Raphael, what's your definition of cybercrime?
There is an interesting studies that came recently showing that the cybercrime has overpassed by far the drug market. So now it's not anymore what we think about cybercrime. We think about a Russian hacker doing like a 14 years old hacker doing criminal activities. Now it became a real business. When just a little bit less than a year ago, there were this case of the Bangladesh heist, the central bank heist, where the bank lost 81 million. It's not a small amount of money. So these type of activities right now are really a profitable business for criminals. So it's much easier today to use computers to steal money than to rob a bank. So that's why this has drastically increased, and also nowadays with the digital era, everything is becoming more digital and creates more opportunity. 5 years ago, there were no mobile banking. Now, almost everybody use mobile to transfer or pay with their mobile, and that is a new opportunity for criminal in order to steal money from financial institution or for customer.
What are some of the consequences of not taking this seriously?
So the consequences here, what we see a big challenge for banks today, they are facing first the problem of compliance issue. So they have to comply because more regulators are asking to enhance their surveillance system, to enhance their control in many ways. And secondly, banks are losing market due to all these fintech companies who are hitting their core business. So now they cannot anymore rely on thinking, okay, fine, that's we're gonna simply put some provision on our balance sheets, and that's okay. So now they try to reduce the different losses that in the past, when it was the age where the margin were extremely high, they were able to just say, oh fine, we're gonna just pay that amount. Now they want to minimize the losses at the maximum level.
And Raphael, what are some of the criminal trends that we're seeing within cybercrime?
So what we're seeing a lot is that the social engineering is really hitting a lot customers. If you take digital bank using like a customer using his e-banking, the criminal are really targeting and more targeting really precisely the individual they want to defraud, and that's quite amazing how they can be creative and making things that really looks like perfect. They might send you an exact copy of your bank, or they might call you mentioning that that they are your bank and you will have to change your password. So the criminals nowadays are extremely creative to make you think that you have a bank officer in front of you.
And what are some of the things that we could all do which ultimately will help us be a little bit more mindful and possibly prevent some of these issues happening?
So maybe the first thing is to remember that a financial institution will never ask you on the phone, what are your credentials, what is your password. This type of information will never be asked by phone. So if you have someone calling you saying that they are from the bank and they just noticed that there were a transaction that happened on your credit card and you should give them your credential, it will be a phishing techniques. So that's maybe the first thing to think of to avoid getting phished by some of cyber criminals.
So Raphael, why is this such a problem? Why is it that these issues are not getting fixed?
So this problem kept on increasing because now the complexity of IT has grown significantly, and in the same time, in Asia Pacific, there is a really strong growth. So a lot of institutions are doubling size every year, creating some weaknesses in processes, and that's why this problem continue to grow.